You know what's so funny?
Anyway, let me get professional. This is the hardest part for me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Great Apes Cafe. This over here looking, I can't.
Because I was about to say something, Tim. I'm so sorry, bro.
No, you good.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Great Apes Cafe. Great appreciation for people, entertainment, and success. I hope that you like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and we'll leave a comment too. Starting to my right, I'm going to have Sis introduce herself.
What's good, y'all? It's Queen Brittany.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Kev.
It's Baby Dyll. Nice to meet y'all.
And it's Timothy Raw. And we're going to be introducing, or rather, bringing Baby Dyll about who, what, where, why, how, who he is. Introducing him to the for episode on the podcast. That was a terrible intro. Damn,
It had the heart, though.
It had the
It
heart.
had heart.
It's hard.
It had heart. It had soul.
Terrible.
I don't know. I just always feel like I'm a bumbling band of baboons falling down a pit of abyss when I introduce the episode. It's the hardest thing to introduce.
Write that shit down, Tim.
Write what down?
You might need to script.
The scripting is like, I don't know. It's just so hard. After I get the introduction, I'm like, all right, I'm ready. I'm prepared. But the intro is like, you know. So.
But we here.
Well, yeah, how y'all doing? We here.
Hey.
I'll work on
to
it.
be here.
Oh, yeah, we better be. You should be happy.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Or strive for it.
Hey. It's Friday.
It is Friday, y'all.
Thank
it is
God.
Yes, man.
With that traffic
Amen.
and Wilmington traffic.
Thank
Good
God.
God.
Oof.
I'm so glad it's Friday.
You ain't never lie. So
Okay.
anyway, today we're going to be talking about, I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but we're just going to start off this episode with Baby Dyll. How the hell did you even get that name, first of all?
So, my name is Dylan. My government name is Dylan Parkman.
You ain't got to tell your government.
Oh, and I just incriminate. Anyway, but we're gonna move on. All right. So growing up, first name Dylan, everybody used to call me Dill Pickle, among other things. But we're just gonna stick with that one. So they used to call me Dill Pickle. And I've had a lot of names over the years. My first name ever was Sunny D.
Sunny Delight.
Sunny Delight. Sunny Delight.
That's funny.
And then after that, I think it was Freeze Pop.
Nah.
There was a ton more terrible names. We're gonna just
can't.
skip over the other 27 terrible
This man said
names.
Freeze Pop.
I mean, I've been a lot of names. I've been a lot of places. I've been a lot of people. Me and my dad, and my mom, my brother, my whole family moved around a lot because my dad was a pastor growing up.
Okay.
So just a lot of different situations growing up. I mean, we lived in a trailer. We lived in project housing. We lived in the suburbs.
Hey, how is that though? Like your dad being a pastor,
crazy,
bro?
dude. Okay, so I'm gonna let you know. You guys know Daniel Tosh from Tosh.0?
Yes.
Pastor's kid. You know Alice Cooper?
Yes.
Pastor's kid. It's the intense, I swear to God, it's the intense like routine and rules and regulations that just like drives you to rebel. I swear to God.
Yeah.
So I think, it was good, like being around a lot of different people and being able to just be in different social settings.
Yeah.
Really just kind of.
Come get that word.
Exactly.
You know
what
what
I mean?
I'm
And just
Your microphone check. Don't be scared. I'm all bite. Oh, no,
Hello?
Bring it close to the
Check. Yeah, let me actually bring this in. Shit. Anyway, but yeah, but it was nice to meet a lot of people growing up and just like be around a lot of different people. And me being a Pisces, social chameleon. It was nice
that's
just
the
to soak up
chameleon.
different vibes. You know what
That's
I mean?
some
Just not have
chameleon
like
shit.
the same linear. Sometimes I wish we did live somewhere more than like 3 years.
Yeah.
But it was good to get just kind of a buffet of life.
I agree.
Yeah, different perspectives.
For sure.
Different experiences
Experiences,
and
yeah.
demographically is
Absolutely.
because
Impossible to be close-minded at that point.
Right.
Because
I
everybody's different.
agree.
Everybody's
You gotta,
different, right?
That's
you gotta
very
enjoy every flavor of life. So
That's what's up. That's
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
up. Man, I'm happy you're here, bro. I'm happy. I
dude,
knew
I'm
this
so
man.
overjoyed to be here. Honestly,
I
I
appreciate
watched
that.
the podcast.
Oh, I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Now I'm blushing. I
I'm
mean,
about to
can't
put you
tell,
on the spot.
But
Who's your favorite person on the podcast?
Don't tell nobody. It's Tim.
Yeah.
It's definitely Tim. He's my favorite. He's the host. It's hard.
that's easy.
It's hard.
He knew,
It's
but
hard.
that's a terrible
The
statement.
star power
I
on this guy.
disagree
You
with
know?
Brittany on that statement. A billion fucking percent.
With me? I just asked the question.
That question, was, I disagree.
Everybody has their favorite
Yeah.
person
Really? You
on a
think so?
show.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I hear it all the
I
time.
like to get a
never really
woman's
thought about it
perspective
like
on
that.
things
Little
as well.
air-
You know, it's
Yeah.
refreshing to kind of just be able to, see what she's got to
man.
say.
That's
you know? And she's
that's
always
a-
got something to say too.
She
Every
always
single
got
time.
to you. Right? Hey,
going
hey,
in.
Hey, I respect freedom of speech.
This
That's
is the
all it
truth. I do always have something.
Um,
to say.
But if you do have a favorite on the podcast, I was about to ask who, but I don't think I'm going to know. I don't like that.
Yeah, no.
There should be no favorite.
We'll talk after. We'll talk after the show.
Hell no. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so I heard you dropping music, and before we spice that up and really go into in-depth topic of that, how long you been making music?
I've been making music since I was 7 years old.
7. Okay.
I've been making rap music since I was 13 years old. But I've always.
So what was the genre before then?
I was really, really into heavy metal, rock. And at the time, like I said, pastor's kid, so I couldn't get into Slipknot yet. It's more like Skillet. It's more like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Okay. Maybe Evanescence, because there's Christian undertones.
I ain't gonna lie, that one song,
you know?
that one girl who had that one song. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that girl, that woman right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On the way to work? Oh, you kidding me?
You don't even have to be in the heavy metal, but everybody, trust me, hip hop community know that song.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to let y'all expand my ears after the podcast. I don't know. I have never liked heavy metal.
But if you heard that song, gosh, I remixed it. When I remixed it, aired a long time ago.
It's not even like heavy as much as it's powerful. I mean, it's a powerful vibe.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I can dig that.
Yeah.
It goes dun 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 dun. Gosh, anyway.
We'll put it on. We're gonna rock out.
But yeah, so musically, so you start off heavy metal. You really can go too deep into heavy metal based on your father being a pastor. Am I correct?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
So, definitely kind of held me back from like doing like guttural screams and stuff like that. It was more like I mean, my dad would let us listen to like Black Sabbath and AC/DC, and that was it. Like it had to be like old classic rock.
Yeah.
How did you transition into rap?
So,
how about that?
Have y'all ever heard of Lecrae?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a gospel rapper.
Yes, he is. Lecrae, Trip Lee, Tadashi, that whole clique. Braille. He's a rapper from Portland, and he actually got signed by James Brown. Like James Brown.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't even know James Brown.
White dude from Portland, and he makes like this like
What's
amazing.
His name again?
You signed by James Brown. You do something right.
Like, you know, helping the blind to see, basically, helping the blind to read.
Yeah. That's real.
Braille. And then just like a couple other Christian rappers. I got really into Christian rap, and then around 13, I started like really rebelling, and I started listening to Lil Wayne. I started listening to 50 Cent, and I'm like a little 13-year-old white kid, and I'm like, you know,
you at the age.
What? We in it. What? We don't keep the photo. We don't care. It's going down because I'm around. 50 Cent, you know how we get down. What up? What up? What up, gangsta? So, you know, I'm just like this.
Good job, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
But I forgot the words. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Obviously, I started listening to Eminem and stuff like that as well. And I got really, really into rap music, and I think it was, you know, really started with the beats, and I love lyrics as well. Like I'm a wordsmith as well. Like I love people that are really like, I like Chance the Rapper, because if you actually look at his lyrics, you know what I mean? He's saying some shit. Like he really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just got like super into rap, and then decided to start writing, and then next thing you know, I'm writing every day. No one knows about it yet. About a year after, then I started being really open with it, you know, with my friends and stuff, and showing them stuff. I started self-producing. I got Mixcraft 5, which is like a poor man's Pro Tools.
Pro Tools, yeah.
You can make beats in it. You can mix. You can master. You can do the whole thing. Right. And I got a pirated version, so I didn't have to pay for that. Bay? Yes, sir. I torrented, bro. I had to torrent. I had to. Okay. So yeah. So then at that point, you know, I got like 3 20-track garbage mixtapes.
Let me interject for the record. Nobody here, you torrent anything.
Don't do it. Always go through regulated streaming services and buy it too.
Absolutely.
Support local artists.
But he didn't know back then, right?
Yeah, I didn't know, but and I definitely don't do it now.
We didn't know back then.
I definitely don't do it now either. Not with movies, not with music.
No.
Never. But anyway.
I feel like no one can keep that like that. He said never. I'm like, wait a minute.
Never have I ever.
This guy is great, man.
He had a poke. I'm laughing from the incriminational perspective. I'm laughing from the way that he had the poker faces on point.
Hey, I tried. But So we're in 8th grade at this point. I've got a little body of work. It's all garbage, but I'm like passionate about it, and I keep on going with it. And I pretty much, that's the rest is history. I've just made music since then. I've always, even at my busiest, somehow made time to go to the studio. Somehow made time to write. And I have to at this point. Like I have to write.
Very therapeutic.
I have to write every day.
Were you freestyling back then?
Oh yeah. Immediately, not initially. Like I said, about a year into writing and stuff, I started being opener with it. And when you start being open about, hey, I'm a rapper, everybody that walks, every single person, somebody does not talk to you the entire semester will
they
come
like
up to you.
Spit something.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Like you're in class together every day. And then you got to spit something. Yeah. So when you get put on the spot that many times, eventually you start kind of getting good at it. Yeah. And then you learn, like, the less you try, the better it is. Honestly,
that's definitely true. Because if I remember, literally, shout out to Brooklyn Genesis Homes. I'm the youngest person there. If I don't rap, I'm getting knocked in the head. Yeah, definitely some traumatic situations, but it taught me how to be versatile under pressure. Oh yeah. So
when it's life or death like that, that'll definitely. When it's sink or swim, you gotta go ahead and swim. So absolutely. So now we go through the transition. What about now? What makes you different now? Besides of course, the general statement like, "Oh, I'm mature, I'm older now." That's cliche. We all know that. And it's not that at all. Now, it's not that at all. Because I always thought, "Oh, I'll get older and I'll get smarter." And then I turned 21 and I was still stupid. I turned 22 and I was still stupid. I turned 23 and I was still doing stupid shit. You know what I mean? So age means nothing. I know some 40-year-olds. I know some 40-year-olds that are just dumb as a box of rocks. You know what I mean? I know some 19-year-olds. There's this dude that works at Wendy's. I'm not going to say his name. He's 19 years old. You know who you are. But you know who you are. Your name might start with a J. Anyway. He's 19 years old. He wants to be an accountant. Yeah. He wants to be an accountant.
That's actually not bad.
Bro,
I mean, it's not
when I was
an
19,
impossibility.
Dude, yeah. But who do you know that's like, I want to work in accounting?
Facts. What's the thing about no damn?
I'm gonna tell you some shit, right? It's crazy, right? I went to school for business management and I did accounting 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. You ever think about doing something with that?
I mean, I did for a minute, but then I was kind of like, back then I was looking at my ethnicity and where I can possibly land at.
Okay.
And it was just like, dude, just the way I look, I was kind of like, damn.
You think so now?
You discouraged, probably.
It was probably discouraged, yeah.
I mean, back then, like, fresh out of college, I was just like,
you know how
like I tried. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I tried, but it was just like, after a while, I was just like, damn, I love cars.
Yeah. Hey, and if you're passionate about cars, man, hell yeah. You sell cars? You work on cars?
Nah, I mean, I work on cars. I detail cars. Yeah. I'm learning how to sand cars. I'm about to be painting cars.
There you go.
Yeah,
and that's a career. People will that'll always be a business. Like, that'll always be active.
I don't know, like, just not even only cars, like, just vehicles. Mm-hmm. Like, I can get in them shits and fucking just do my thing real quick. Dude, and if I don't know, I got YouTube now.
Absolutely, bro. Right. I mean, that's how I learned how to change my oil. That's the only reason I can do anything on the car is YouTube.
I
thank God for YouTube. Shout out YouTube.
Sensor on YouTube. Yep. I had a couple of lemons, and then I was like super broke back then. Like when
everybody
I say
had
broke,
lemons.
I mean broke.
Oh yeah, I've had a lemon or
broke
two.
As hell. And I'm like, I can buy this sensor for like $20 and do it myself. Cool. Yeah, right. So I learned how to change the idle control sensor on one of my Hondas. I know how to change oil. I know how to change. I ain't gonna go into everything, but believe me.
No.
There you go. And you learn how you can get a $20 part and avoid $200. Oh my God!
I put a water pump in my Jeep.
That labor will kill you.
I understand. That labor will kill you.
It'll get you.
You good at following directions. You can learn anything.
Absolutely. That's very true.
With that being said, did somebody give you direction on this journey with your music, or
so?
Because obviously you were not like fully supported in.
Yeah, it's I mean, yeah, like my parents tried to support for sure. Like they wanted to. And I think at first it was easier when I was just doing like Christian music, or at least stuff with Christian undertones, no cussing or anything like that. It was easier for them to be like, oh yeah, my son, he's trying to. They drove me to coffee houses to do open mics and stuff. Yeah,
shout out to the parents.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out mom and dad. You know who you are, and I love you, and I love you with all my heart. But yeah, once I started breaking off around probably 15 or 16 years old and being like really rebellious, it was hard for them to be supportive for sure. Yeah. And I left the house when I was 16. My parents gave me an ultimatum that said it's either the stuff that you're getting into right now, which is
Damn.
bad for you and bad for your health, or it's the door.
I didn't know.
And I looked my mom in the face and I said, I don't want to stop partying. And I walked out the door.
So hold on.
16 years old.
Let me interject real quick. So this happened when you was going to South?
Yeah. 16 years old, bro. Yeah.
Did you
right
still
before
keep
10th
going
grade.
to school?
I tried to. I tried to at first, but it was kind of hard being homeless and going to high school. It was cool. Okay, you remember, not to say her name, she was, I mean, definitely my favorite counselor. She had a daughter that went to the school too.
I know who you're talking about.
She was
short
great.
hair.
Yes.
Light skin lady?
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
She was amazing. She was so great. She was
Matter
my
of fact,
counselor.
my cousin dated her daughter.
Really?
And
I know who your cousin is because I just saw him about 4 days ago because he lives with my producer now.
He lives with your producer. Yep.
Exactly.
Small world.
So, but yeah, no. But I would go to school. And she would take me by the arm and take me to her office, and she would have toothbrushes, toothpaste. She would have deodorant.
That's real.
Sometimes just stuff I wouldn't have. Like she would just give me snacks and stuff, like goldfish and beef jerky and stuff. Like she would help me out, and just having like key people like that along the way was, probably why I didn't freaking die. To be honest with you, she was such
definitely
a nice
vibrating
lady.
on
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Like, no judgments type shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was a great lady.
What state of mind do you recall being in at 16, deciding I'd rather be homeless than to be suffocated?
So full disclosure, I'm manic depressive bipolar.
Me too.
So mania. Imagine you remember you being 16. Yeah. Your manic.
I left home at 16 too, by the way.
Your mania was so much stronger then because your hormones are developing at the same time.
Right.
So when you have a manic episode at 16, it's hard. Like now when I get a manic episode, I'll put on like some really fast music and I'll clean the house really aggressively. You know what I mean? But back then, that wasn't the case. I was going out and I was getting my nose and my whole body into everything that I shouldn't have. And it was a rough road. But like I said, keep people along the way are the reason why,
It's something wrong. I didn't. I'm just still shocked.
Yeah.
We went to high school together, right?
Yeah, but I don't say a lot. I try to just present like everything's okay, and I mask a lot, and that's something I've realized through therapy and through other things.
A lot of people with any form of like trauma state that they go through, they do a lot of masking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think everybody good at it.
Yeah.
And then when you get great at it, people don't know. Like you wouldn't know.
And then you forget sometimes. You look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, am I good?
Am I right? Am I really
I'm
good?
doing such a good job pretending. Like,
right.
You
got to.
You start believing that shit after a while.
I be believing I'm good sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like, damn, I've been telling myself I'm good.
Yeah.
But it's a defense mechanism. I know I'm so good at it. I could have the worst day sitting here and smile. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey. How you doing? I'm doing great. In my mind, I'm thinking like, shit.
But going through it.
The thing, what fixed me, everybody got to have something to get past not feeling down. I'm always thinking like, there's somebody in this world as we speak just got murdered, just got beat up, just got raped, just got set on fire. This
like
war's happening.
That's you learn coping or ways.
That's part of my coping mechanism.
Is to put it in perspective.
It is. When I put it in perspective, I'm like, well, shit, I got to roof over my head.
Compartmentalizing type.
I do a lot of that. And I do it unconsciously.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the same for you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. At this point, yeah.
At this point, right.
It's been a lot easier lately. About a year ago, I started doing therapy. I've since stopped doing therapy just because financially.
I remember we talked about this.
Yeah.
And when you first started
going
out
a lot about myself, man.
Bro, you're a different person. I ain't gonna lie. You're a different person a year ago than now. A year ago, you was going through some shit.
Oh, absolutely. I've been. I was told that today, and I believe it. Like I just think differently now. I function differently now. I process things differently now. I try not to.
I'm proud of you, man. That's what's up. Therapy is fucking important. So,
absolutely. Absolutely. I realized a lot of my depressive stuff was just me making a mountain out of a molehill and realizing like this is don't get me wrong, like the stuff that was going on at the time, like it sucked. But it's not, tomorrow's another day.
Facts.
You have to get up tomorrow.
You have to get up.
And
with that, did you like for you to be able to grow into this space, after being, because if people don't know, like when you become manic, you personally are not aware
It's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then it's like you really almost can't bring yourself down until you just come down on your own.
It's
right?
very, very difficult. Breathing exercises and kind of like a mantra.
So you never did any type of mental health medications?
I see.
If you're okay with talking about that.
I definitely, yeah. I'm an open book. When I was 16, I left. I came back, but on the condition that I had to go to some kind of rehab or behavioral center. I went to a place in Leland. I'm not sure if I can say the name. Probably doesn't matter.
Probably
doesn't really matter to the story, to be honest.
Right.
Is it a public place?
Yes.
Is it still open?
Yes.
Please say the name so people can know that they
okay.
can go.
For help, right?
There's a place called Strategic Behavioral Center.
Oh yeah, I
that's
used to work
located
there.
off of Andrew Jackson Highway. And I went there. I was voluntarily there, so I only had to stay for 10 days.
Acute.
They recommended that I stay, and I said, hell motherfucker no. I signed myself up for this. I'm signing myself out. Thank you. I'll be discharged. But looking back on it, maybe if I would spent a little more time in there, could have been helpful. But yeah, when I left there, I was doing I was prescribed, Latuda. And then Focalin for I have ADD as well.
Okay.
So and that I think would have worked had I not been the person that I was at the time. Because when you give somebody that has substance abuse problems
Adderall, yeah, it does.
It's a scary road, bro.
You know what I did for ADHD?
What'd you do?
I repeat the same thing like 3 times.
Okay.
Like, it don't matter what
almost
it
like
is.
a mantra.
Yeah,
like a mantra, you center yourself.
Because, like, I know that I'm already distracted. So I'll bring myself back to it and then be like, and then like I might say something again and you be like, yeah.
If memory serves me right, ADHD, if I look at, let's say if I'm looking at a CAT scan or MRI, and I'm looking at the brain, if I look at a patient without ADHD and a patient with ADHD, there's physical changes in the brain. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure the details, but I know what you're talking about.
Right.
Like the chemical changes.
No, like you can physically see the fold.
The brain,
physical
changes.
Yeah,
okay.
the brain.
It functions differently. It looks differently.
It
too.
even looks differently.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Oh yeah. Definitely source that. Check me. I know I ain't tripping out.
I feel like a person with ADHD, like we might take the same test, right?
Mm-hmm.
But over a time period, I would score higher later because I just spent more time fucking like.
I can see that.
You like I put more over a question maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. Like that's how I went through. That's how I went through college. Like
that's how exactly how I tell like my son, because I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but I know for a fact that I had an attention span conflict. I just was on so much medication I didn't want to take anything else. But the same thing, and I'll tell my son, what worked for me is repetition. You know what I'm saying?
Repetition.
Like,
that makes
because I might read it the first time and then read it so fast I forgot just that fast what I read. You know. Yeah. And so I'll have to like read it 2 or 3 times.
That's crazy, like, because when we was reading back then,
microphone check.
When we was reading back then, they actually show you how to like. So we started doing where you can read like. Well, I don't know. I had different people to teach me when I was growing up, but I was learning to kind of like I'll read it, but I'm skipping through it.
Yeah.
And then if it was something that I really liked though, I would actually take the time and like fucking like I'm stuck in.
That is definitely that's key. That's basically anybody with ADHD or ADD. You have to keep them engaged. And you have to make it something.
And the crazy part about it, like that's like you just gotta use a skill and then go through life with it.
Oh, absolutely.
So like it was like more shit. Like I would take the time for something that I really like, but then like stuff that I didn't even like really like that, I would try to read over it a few more times because I realized I don't know, like over a time period you realize like yo, I ain't really fucking pay attention to that shit.
Yeah. Facts. That makes sense.
Absolutely,
And which makes sense on why now you, or even then and now, you do music.
Absolutely. It's engaging is something that I'm interested in and that I have a passion for. So
okay, so let's see. You went through the rebellious, you went through the church phase, you went through the rebellious phase, you hit rock bottom, you start climbing out of rock bottom.
Yeah. Just to
go back down. And that sometimes that can happen. That's life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You can fall back in the hole. Don't beat yourself up. The thing is,
that's right.
What you gotta understand is imagine those who never actually get out of rock bottom.
Absolutely.
Or continue to decline in a negative. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
what I mean? Like it could have been worse.
And I think when you hit rock bottom again, when you fall back into that pitfall, maybe you didn't learn the lesson the first time.
Or the second time.
Or the second time.
Yeah.
Maybe you got something outside of the situation due to a personal motivation that you have. Like maybe you're in a toxic relationship and you keep thinking, maybe I'm doing this wrong or maybe I'm doing that wrong. And you're completely going like
Right.
180 this way from
Wash
what's
your
actually
machine
wrong.
cycle.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like maybe you weren't supposed to be in that relationship. Or maybe you're doing something else that you don't think is a problem, but it's a problem, or whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
Right.
So sometimes when you fall back into those situations, the lesson hasn't been learned yet, I feel.
I think that's every time.
That's very
It's
true.
no way you fall back into the same cycle if you got what you needed
Absolutely.
before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't.
Unless there could be those who just ain't get the picture. They
Right.
just
It's
ain't
the
get
same
it. You know,
thing,
the
though.
same thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they just
Absolutely,
didn't
yeah.
get it. Yeah.
If you haven't, like you said, if you haven't broken from that,
Mhm.
it's gonna repeat again. Yeah.
Has
The cycle.
to.
Has to. Inevitably
Yeah.
will. Yeah. Absolutely.
So music can stimulate parts of the brain just like drugs do.
Yeah.
So now your drug now, your music of
Yeah.
choice, which is your drug.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about that? Like you got a project coming out, right?
Oh, I got a project
Yeah,
coming out,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
about to say, and I'm trying not to be cocky. I'm trying to be
should
humble.
be cocky, man.
You know,
I get tired of people.
it's some of the best. It's some of the best music I've made to date.
Okay, word.
Absolutely.
I heard the one song. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you only heard the one song, and like I said, there's a lot of different
From
vibes
3
on
years
this project.
ago, when you was at
vibes.
my old apartment,
Yeah.
to now,
Yeah.
it's like a
Night and
complete
day, right? Oh my god.
juxtaposition. Like I'm
Mhm.
like, yo, what this
Mhm.
Dylan?
Yeah,
My nigga was depressed. He
Yeah.
ain't depressed. He's
Yeah.
smiling.
yeah,
He going through some shit. He letting some shit go.
Mhm.
You seem light.
absolutely.
Like, you know, like not light as in weight, but
No.
as
I
in
know what you
something
mean
off
though.
of your
Just
shoulders.
something's brighter.
Yeah,
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 there's
yeah.
definitely a weight off my shoulder. I definitely, like I said, through the
Like,
journey.
you know, the glow thing that females get sometimes.
Yeah.
I
You
see
got that glow. No,
I
I'm
see
glowing.
sis sometimes be glowing.
I'm
I'm like,
glowing.
she pregnant?
Well,
I'm about to call the fucking police on you right now. Okay.
oh no.
Oh hell no.
Oh no.
Don't fucking play with me like that. The fuck wrong with them?
She said, hell no. What?
The fuck?
Yeah, fucking play. Hey, look,
Can I
look.
just be feeling good?
You know the glow, y'all. That's all. I gotta
We
tease
know what you
everybody.
mean.
About to say. Well,
I gotta tease
I'm sure
everybody.
we can confirm that the queen is not pregnant. I'm not pregnant.
He's-
We're just glowing. We're just having a good day, Tim.
I'm not pregnant.
We're just having a good day.
Right.
All right.
I gotta
A
tease
great
it.
life.
I
A
gotta
great
tease
life.
everybody.
Living
Absolutely.
in gratitude.
Living
you know
in
what I'm saying?
gratitude.
So not
Absolutely.
saying everything is perfect, but happiness comes in when you start to appreciate everything that is perfectly
Facts.
going on
Yes.
for you, no matter what
Yes.
else
Facts.
is not.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Perfection
saying?
is scary.
Perfection is scary.
We strive for it as artists. We strive for that.
Absolutely.
But perfection is art. It's aiming for an impossibility
Mhm.
that's not possible.
I disagree.
It's like
Which
it's
is
like
near insanity.
even if you are
poetic,
perfect, you're gonna find something imperfect of what
Okay.
you're working
Mhm.
on.
I agree
which
with
is
you now.
It's
Oh, yeah.
impossible.
Hey, do you think that's almost insanity too?
Yeah.
That's-
No, it is. It
that's
is.
the artist.
Music is insanity.
when Dylan hear his music, I'm over here bumping my head. I know for a fact he heard something in that song. Even
Mm-hmm.
now, to me, it sounded fucking dope.
Mhm.
I give him 100%. Like
Mhm.
the mix is good, the mastering is good, everything is good about the song.
But
Yet
on the third verse,
he
on
found,
the third verse,
I know that he knows
there was a
that-
stutter.
See, I would know that.
See?
See, look at
See?
that. Look.
Absolutely. See,
The
and no
critique,
one,
the critique, the critique
Yeah.
is a motherfucker.
any good artist is their worst critic.
Right.
Any good artist is their worst critic.
So what's
Because
the name
that's- What's the name of the winner?
What's the
Wait,
name
no,
of your?
no, wait. Don't tell us yet. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's talk more about
Okay.
your transition of music real quick before
Gotcha.
he
Okay,
talks
yeah.
about
Okay.
because earlier before the podcast you spoke about how you were really into more like dark music,
Yeah.
right? Can we talk about that some?
So, I mean, art reflects your view. And when everything is dark, when everything's angry, when everything's not working out, I mean, that's what your music's going to be. And I think I was in such a dark place. And the music wasn't even bad that I was making before, you know? I'm sure that it had an audience. But I didn't want to invest into something that was only presenting the negative side of what I was going through.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to present something. This project is presenting everything that I'm feeling right now, whether it's bad, whether it's good, whether I'm sad, happy, whatever. Whereas before it was like, okay, and sometimes it would be funny too, because I'd be driving to the studio and I'd be listening to some happy ass music. Like I'm listening to Rihanna and I'm driving to the studio and I get there, Rihanna turns off, I walk in the door, and it's 808s and metal guitar and gutturals and speed rap, and it's just like, you know,
real dark,
which is crazy.
The 808s
Because I
to
wasn't
do it,
even, you know what I mean? I wasn't even that upset. And I feel like when you invest into that feeling, like the cycle we were talking
absolutely.
about. So I think the biggest thing for the transition is you are what you make. If I keep making negative music and only negative music,
That's very true.
How am I ever going to
That'd
be positive? How am I ever going to be happy if I'm
Right.
only shelling out how pissed off I am?
Right.
You
But
know?
do you feel like during that time when you were making music, it was healing for the dark parts of you?
I feel like maybe at first,
Okay.
but then once the entire project and then everything I'm writing now,
After.
all the beats I'm getting to write to are all really, really aggressive. And all the stuff I'm writing is really, really aggressive. And maybe at first it would have been therapeutic, like you're saying, to kind of like let it out. But once you got a
After a
whole,
while,
you know,
yeah.
10-track album about how you hate the world, you know, it's hard. It's hard to look at the bright side.
That's
you
how
know?
I feel about the Heartbreak albums.
See?
Yeah, hated it.
See?
Yeah, but I feel what you're saying on a emotional and kind of like fleshly like level.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's almost like, okay, I got the emotion out, but at this point, am I trying to get the emotions out, or am I just still trying to serve the same type of thing that I was doing before?
Over and over and over again. Absolutely. That is, Oh, absolutely.
So that awareness pretty much is what brought you to you opening up an
the
album
awareness
in
that
the
I was
totality of
creating the cycle, exactly, and then from there not wanting to repeat the cycle and wanting to kind of make something that people could smile and listen to, or people that maybe even could dance to. I played my music today, and I'm not gonna say her name, but one of the regional managers. She's straight off the boat from Barbados.
You know who you are.
You know who you are.
She from where?
She's from the Barbados.
Okay,
so she's straight off the boat from there. And I played this song, right? And we're smoking a cigarette in the parking lot. And she just drops it down. She starts twerking in the park. I'm like, yes!
That's what I was looking for.
Finally, I play my music. Somebody's dancing. Somebody's enjoying it. You know what I mean? Because you can make trap metal and listen to it in the car with somebody, but maybe you're banging your head. You're not like, oh, this is great, man. You're like, oh, you know?
Don't it feel good to actually stimulate somebody else in the sense of music?
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's different.
Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely. But I feel like where the balance is, and what I like about what you're saying is that not only are you just trying to serve what the people want, but more so feel good about what you're putting out.
And that you hit the nail on the head. That is exactly it. I want to make. I know that my music that I create becomes my universe, becomes what I'm feeling, what I'm trying to feel. And if I make sure that I'm at least trying to feel good sometimes, hell, I might actually feel good sometimes.
That's really good advice.
You know what I'm
for
saying?
any artist.
Let me ask you this
Absolutely.
question. So do you make music for others or for thyself?
Because
I'm a selfish ass artist. I don't.
Okay, since we're being
I
have the biggest fucking ego.
I'm being real with y'all. I'm being
and I know that. And I know that now.
I'm not making no music for none of y'all.
Me and Tim talk about this, and this is something that he and I can both agree on. Like anytime you're working in your creative space, that is the time for you to serve your ego.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You bring your best shit when you start getting egotistical in your art, because that confidence drives you.
Confidence.
You know?
I mean, nobody's gonna have besides your mom, but nobody's gonna
not
have
even
confidence.
necessarily for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever have confidence in you except for you.
Absolutely.
You're gonna have more confidence in yourself than anybody else from externally. You know what I mean? So you gotta give it your all. I feel like musically, writing, freestyling. You know, sometimes I be snapping. Sometimes.
Oh, I know. A lot of times. I follow you on Instagram. I seen. We all seen.
I try not to.
He been shady lately. He ain't really been posting nothing.
I ain't been. I ain't been.
We all get busy sometimes.
I ain't gonna lie.
So
this
we'll
whole year,
that.
2023 is the. Let me step back and just observe year. It's an observing year for me. I had a lot of. You gotta, as an artist, you just gotta sometimes be observant on everything.
Yeah.
You know, like
Absolutely.
you gotta look at. All right, so I've been posting. Why I keep doing this? Am I doing this for others or for myself?
Yeah.
You know, why I'm making music? Am I making music for others? damn sure no. I'm only making music for
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
I can answer that question.
Yeah.
Not all artists. Some people are like, oh, I do it for the culture. But what does that mean? When the artist can be, what's the difference between culture and the art? The artist yourself is culture.
Yes. The artists create the culture.
Oh, the artists create the culture. So
And that's
when
why,
I don't
the
understand when
culture
people
changes.
say
You know
it
what I mean?
changes. It changes all the time.
I mean, look at. I mean, not even to get on the whole mumble rap topic, but I mean, look at how music is now compared to how it was. I mean, even 10 years ago. And I love
It's the evolution.
I love every artist that comes out because at least every artist has one good song.
Well,
Some artists I dive deep.
I ain't gonna
into,
lie, y'all. I gotta interject on this one.
Yeah.
The first mumbling artist, y'all could question me. Y'all get mad.
Mhm.
Was my nigga Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, he was the first mumble. The second mumble probably, I don't even know the second, just Lil Wayne, all right?
I feel like Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne
He definitely was
pioneered, you know.
mumbling,
yeah. I can see that.
Really?
You know.
Explain to me,
talking about
tell me
why
why
he-
you feel like that. Because I always have felt like Lil Wayne was really good at pronouncing his words and like his delivery.
When he wants
can
to,
articulate
for sure.
phenomenally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta listen to his mixtapes.
Oh, I have.
His
Yeah.
dedication. You know what I mean? You listen to Demolition.
Mhm.
Like, I'm
If
not
you put-
saying
if
he
you put on the
mumbling,
drought.
but like, you could tell that the artist copied a form of his
A form.
swagger.
Okay. I could feel
I
that.
can say 100%,
I
but you
think-
could know, like,
I think that Lil Wayne, like you're saying, not to even interject, but he is the pioneer of the vibe.
the vibe. It's,
Absolutely.
oh yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
like you're saying, I mean, inflection in his voice,
Oh, yeah,
everything, and he's going hard. You know every
You can
single
tell
word
he
he's
went
saying.
on flow state.
Other times, you know,
Yeah.
like I mean, I love this song. Don't get me wrong. Can't believe it by T-Pain.
Oh,
I can't believe it.
But do you ever just
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
to Lil Wayne's?
Right, right.
Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one.
And it's hard. And it's hard. And Lil Wayne could just go, and I would eat it up, bro. I
Ain't gonna
love
lie,
Wayne.
it's just,
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
agree with you probably
You know what I mean?
99% that I should be ashamed of
But
myself.
it's a vibe. And no one else could have done
Should
that.
be ashamed,
You
but
know?
Hey, that's a
you
good one,
heard
bro.
right,
That's a
Lil
good
Wayne
one,
said
bro. I swear to God.
Kanye. And we're not going to talk about, when I say Kanye, we're not
We
talking about
I
Kanye in the
love
last
Kanye.
year. I'm talking about Kanye of all time. And I'm talking about how sometimes he'll put out Late Registration. He'll put out College Dropout. He'll put out something super lyrical, poetic, from the soul. And other times it's boopity scoop. Scoop-de whoop-de doop-de doop. You know what I mean? Or he's on a song on that Kid
Nah, I
Cudi
ain't gonna
project.
lie, he was-
you know
he
what I'm talking
was-
about? You ever heard I Can Still Feel the Love with Pusha T on it?
Yeah,
On that-
And he's got that verse where he
yeah.
goes, and it's like 3 minutes of that. And I love every second of it. You know?
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
definitely scatting.
You know what I
on
mean?
that.
But it's the vibe. It's the energy.
Definitely. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think he was trolling everybody. On
Oh,
that
and he
poopity
was.
Scoop.
Yeah.
Scoopity poop.
I saw an interview. They were talking to Drake. Drake was supposed to get the beat for what's that song even called? It's not called Poop de Scoop. It's called
Yikes. You saw Yikes?
no. I'm talking about Poop de Scoop. And but what's the damn
Featuring
name of
Lil
the song?
Pump? I don't. Huh?
Lift Yourself.
Yeah, Lift Yourself.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
The
yeah.
beat for Lift Yourself was supposed to go to Drake. And before Drake could release something, Kanye
Yeah,
just
yeah,
put
yeah,
out
yeah.
Poop de Scoop to troll his ass. Like, you just bought this beat, but no one will listen to it because they only going to be talking about this.
Yeah.
It's just
But
crazy.
but to me, like, well, not to get too far off subject, but with Kanye, I feel like Kanye gets so egotistical in his music in such a beautiful way.
Oh, it's such a
that
beautiful way.
he says, I can get on this track and say any fucking thing and everybody gonna love
I
it.
ain't gonna lie.
You know
That's
what I'm
actually
saying?
It
Yes.
went platinum.
That's
though.
actually what that
Right.
was about.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that is, he was proving a point.
But
Exactly.
you know, the thing is, and
It's
I'm,
the ego in
Yes.
the music.
I'm
Yeah.
the biggest Kanye fan, arguably, at this table. Right?
Mhm.
Like, arguably.
We
But
can talk later.
And you know, and I'm not going to talk about. I'm not getting to the anti-Semitic statements. that
No,
he
we're not
made
going to.
before.
Nah, not at all.
But what I'm talking about is, I mean, just look at the ego though. Like
Mhm.
if you found balance in your life, you wouldn't let your ego outdo you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Mhm.
the danger when you see if the ego deflates you.
Yeah.
That's the danger of it. And I'm not
Absolutely.
saying Kanye West got deflated by his ego,
Mhm.
but some could see that or perceive that.
I feel
to
like
be
his
so.
ego led him into situations that maybe weren't wise for his career path.
I'm gonna tell you something. Is your mom still alive?
Yes.
Okay. Kev, your mom still alive?
Yeah.
Okay. Sis, your mom still alive?
She is.
Shout out to all of you. I'm asking.
Yeah.
I know this. I don't know why I'm asking
Yeah.
these questions, right?
Shout out to all the moms.
Shout out to the mothers.
Absolutely.
What
The
I'm getting
single
at
ones,
is,
everybody.
oh yeah, well, what I'm getting at, y'all, And if your mom is still alive and you got, especially if you got good chemistry, good energy, go ahead and text her, say I love her. Go ahead and hang out with her. Do plenty of things with her. Because it's like when your mom passed, a part of you changed. And sometimes it's not a good thing.
No.
I look at the world so different. Like, that was my breaks for me.
Yeah.
So as an artist, like, I have no breaks. I can say anything. I can do anything. Oh my God. I'm on a podcast. I can say fuck y'all. But I won't do that, you know. I had to learn how to meditate and find balance and become my own breaks for my own self. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm getting off subject. Back to
you. But you were talking about how, Back to you.
Back to me. Back to you.
I'm the guest, I think.
This is the guest episode?
Yeah. Something like that. All right. But let's talk
about your new project.
All right, let's talk about it.
That's what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Tell us about it.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. So the project is called Never Too Late. It's spelled NVR2LH. And is basically like we've been talking about. I mean, it's never too late.
When does it drop?
I don't have a concrete release date right now because I know. Definitely by this summer though. Definitely by this summer.
What's some of the hardest shit that you said on that whole shit?
Okay, so
maybe like 2 bars, 3, 4.
He said 2 bars. What the fuck is that?
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Look, put him on the spot.
All right, hold on. I gotta remember this word for word now. Okay, hold on. I said, baseball bat like I play for Philly, but I gave y'all packs like you bought some Phillies, and I'm 8-ball rap, but it ain't all that. I'm just making lines, cutting up until it kills me.
Okay.
That's how the song Hush. Which,
you know what? I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Shout out to anybody who can memorize their words.
Yeah.
You know, with no instrumental. Yeah. I can't do it.
I'm just gonna say that's the hardest that I could probably play, and people be like, yeah, that's hard. But for me, there's a song on the album. And it's kind of on some Poopty Scoop vibes. It's kind of a funny song, but it's hard, but it's lyrical, but it's funny too. It's called Baby Dyll. We'll
How
say
you got that name? Hold on. I'm so sorry we throwing these questions.
Because you asked me that earlier, and I was like, because
how did you come up with this name? What was your old name, first of all?
So
your old artist name. That
old
wasn't
artist
Baby Dyll.
name was Div,
DYV. I don't remember.
And that was short for Da Vinci.
Okay, I'm happy you changed it.
But with a Y, because my name's Dylan.
Yeah.
So Da Vinci, but DYV.
I do remember you saying that Da Vinci, though. I do remember that. Okay,
so it was Da Vinci for a while. And then after a while, it's kind of like, this is like, it just doesn't have the pizzazz. It doesn't fit me. You know what I mean? It doesn't fit me at all. And my style, it's just larger than life, and it's humorous at times. It's pain, it's passion, it's all that. But I just figured Baby Dyll was number one, easier to say, easier to spell.
right.
I ain't gonna lie, I got a newer type of vibe.
Yeah, Baby Dyll. You know what I mean? And I love
Baby. You got Lil Baby,
Baby
Birdman,
Baby.
Yeah. Baby Dyll.
There's even there's a Wilmington artist, Big Baby Smash. Shout out to Big Baby Smash.
Yeah, I know Big Baby Smash. He be on this rock star shit.
Yeah. Oh, he got some new shit out, man. It sounds like Uzi.
Word up.
His new album? Oh, yeah. I was bumping that the other day.
That's what's up.
Yeah. But Baby
I
Dyll.
remember popping up at the studio. I just see him in the parking lot and shit, waiting to record.
Yeah.
Like, he real dedicated. He real dedicated.
Oh, yeah.
So you chose Baby Dyll.
I chose Baby Dyll because
it just came to you.
It just kind of came to me, and like I said, Dill Pickles, Baby Dill Pickles.
That's why I think about Dill Pickle.
Baby Dill Pickles
from Rugrats. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Good.
Baby Dill.
I be fucking up. I know this so off subject, but them Baby Dill Pickles. If I would have been like, oh, somebody a hard rapper named Baby Dill Pickle, I'd have been like, oh, I'm about to listen to this.
Yeah. It's intriguing.
It's intriguing. I want to hear what he got to say.
Absolutely. And plus, and then it opens up a lot of lines for me to talk about my genitalia by calling it Baby Dill's Pickle.
Shut the front.
But we're gonna keep moving.
Pause.
Let me just
gotta
adjust
say
this
pause.
Pausing real quick.
Hell no.
Play.
I see where you coming from with the wordplay, though. I see where you coming from. Okay.
That wasn't the main reason why.
That's
but
a definite
But it came up though. But it came up after.
What does this project mean to you in its totality? Like, what are you trying to deliver with this art of work that you're doing?
In its totality, I'm trying to convey that. I'm just trying to convey my versatility, really. Also, just like I said earlier, different vibes. Just really trying to engage people too with the music instead of just because you can write a really, really hot 16 that's just like really fast and super impressive.
Timmy Turner.
But people probably won't remember that. all the time. And you have to have those verses. You have to have songs where you flex and you show people like, oh, like, you know what I mean?
He's actually
but
going in.
But you gotta have other songs too to show people, okay, well,
diversity.
You know, exactly. Yeah, the versatility, the adversity, the just giving people more.
I think that's why I do. I do like a trap joint just to let people know, like,
yeah.
But it's like I like doing R&B though.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like.
But you would never like pigeonhole yourself into just one genre.
I don't even like.
But I
agree.
This how I feel though. I feel like my trap is like way different. You know what I'm saying? And then I give you some smooth ass R&B though. But you be like, damn, like this man do R&B, but he talking about jugging, Arm and Hammer.
Do you listen I don't like traps though. Like I don't like.
You don't like trap?
I mean, I like trap music, but I know so many people right now. They acting like they moving bricks, but they stuck in the trap. Yeah, you know who you are. You know who you are. I'm just saying, like, I'm throwing some.
There's a reason why they call it the trap too. You got to get out of that.
You got to get out of it. You get out that mouse trap.
I think. I'm sorry. Tim know why I just stumbled over my words because he is a subliminal throwing motherfucker. You hear me?
I ain't gonna lie. I apologize.
Yeah, but I think Big Boy and Andre 3000 made it clear. You know
facts.
What I'm saying, what the trap was.
Oh yeah, the trap made it.
They put it out there. What was it?
I don't know. So I think I know what song you talk about now. I think about it.
Yeah, it was.
It's not off of.
It's off of Aquemini.
I'm about to say Aquemini.
Yeah. I know she's wild. Shout out to 3 Stacks. That's legendary.
Yeah.
I don't even.
I can hear the shit in my head, bro. Like I done rode and vibed out to this motherfucker so many times I can't even think of it.
I ain't gonna lie. 3 Stacks is. I'm mad he ain't make. You need to drop an album. All right, I want a solo album from 3 Stacks. That's my dream. I don't know if I ever had that dream, but that is part of my dream.
Has he never put out a solo album?
No.
I just thought about that.
He makes a lot of music now. He got a lot of features with Frank Ocean.
Oh yeah, with Drake.
And every feature's like, yo, when you hear your favorite, like Eminem, stop what he's doing and listen to 3 Stacks. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody stopping. Like
absolutely.
Your favorite rapper is stopping. Oh, what this nigga just said? What 3 Stacks just said?
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? That's real.
Word up.
Oh yeah.
Shit, they made me feel empowered as a human being.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's crazy that one song. Hey,
video.
Tell me what to do. That song. Tell me what to do.
Okay, now ladies.
I didn't know the message. Like there was a whole message behind that,
yeah.
and that blew me. I'm like, this whole time I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
What did they do that it wasn't a message behind?
Yeah. It's always under the surface too. It's always under the surface.
It wasn't a message behind.
Even at me.
Even Bombs Over Baghdad.
Spotty-Yaddy Dopalicious.
That was it. Spodiody Dopalicious. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That's that shit.
I thought it was. But I thought maybe it wasn't.
Nah, that's it. That's it.
They got a whole image. I ain't gonna lie. Outkast is so real.
Yeah.
Bro,
we could do a whole podcast.
I swear to God.
Outkast is so
real. And that song too, they got that trumpet line that everybody always uses in like a bunch of different songs. That that's some New Orleans shit.
But you know where that trumpet line also was utilized?
He was talking about Hollywood Code.
Hollywood.
He was talking about when they out the nightclub. Yeah, the whole thing.
That trumpet line actually been utilized a lot from James Brown was using that too. You know, he's the most sample artist in the world.
I want to say it's in a Beyonce song.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah.
It's in a bunch of different stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm ready to hear more of your music. I heard this one song, y'all. He got his own vibe, his own energy. I'm proud of you, bro.
Thanks, man.
I saw you like a year and a half. I'm gonna say 2 years ago.
You talking about when I came through? Y'all were shooting the Kung Fu movie.
Kung Fu.
Yeah.
I don't think my podcast members know about that.
I walked in. They're literally, they're doing slow motion karate chops as I walk in the door. There's big ass things of Fu Wangs like covering the kitchen. There's Fu Wangs everywhere. Oh, that was a crazy session too. That was so cool. This was like 3 years ago. This more than 3 years ago. So my daughter was born.
Okay, I thought he said a couple of months ago.
No, my daughter was born. My son wasn't born yet. So this is at least 3 years ago.
No, shout out to Mr. Fu.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's right. 20s. You said what? 2019. So shout out to DJ Barbarian. He had a project to do for school. And he's like, man, man, fuck this shit, man. I ain't gonna do it. And I said, bro, you help me out with my math. I can help you out with your videography. Why? Because I took acting. So we came up with the script. I freestyled the script. I know Aaron, I ain't gonna lie.
It's actually on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. But when I freestyle it, Aaron think, like, to this day, he think there's something wrong with me, y'all. Like, this nigga think, like, this nigga Tim need a check. There's something physical. The fact that he freestyled this, came up with the Kung Fu script. I used to be cool with this dude named McCracken on there. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But we did it. We did the script.
I know
you know
both
McCracken is. Right.
Yep.
We did the script. It took us about 2 hours. I think my producer got a motherfucking 99 on that part. You know what I mean?
I believe it.
Hey, everybody else probably had a boring ass show.
Hey, y'all might have to go on. Man, y'all need to go on YouTube.
I'll make sure my nigga get it.
It's on YouTube.
On the Great Apes Cafe page?
Yeah, it's on the Great Apes Cafe music page.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all gotta check that out. That shit is crazy.
Oh my god.
That script, man.
A lot of anime.
Let's just
Absolutely.
freestyle it real quick. You know, da 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 da. And this nigga was like, what? Even the one before that, the Penelope one. I know we get off the subject, but they was like, what? What is going on?
She was hard though. I could tell you definitely have watched every Bruce Lee movie that's available.
Of course. Oh yeah. Into the Dragon, my shit.
Monkey King, the witches.
What you know about Monkey King? Yeah, right.
I watched Monkey King. What you mean, man? I love
Goku's
anime. Don't get me wrong. I love anime.
So we can't even talk about anime.
I like
both of my podcast members right here. They gotta catch up on a lot of anime.
There's a lot of it to catch up on though.
They ain't even. First of all,
I will not start.
Yeah.
Sis probably only saw. I bet she know what Sailor Moon is.
Okay, Sailor Moon's hard. Sailor Moon is so hard. Oh my god! And the new one, the Netflix one too. The Netflix one's good.
They got a Netflix.
There's a Netflix one where they kind of revisited it, and it's good.
The only reason is because my brother is an anime fan.
What's your brother name?
His name is Sammy. Shout out to
Sammy. I had the higher sister. Only Ghana Quiga.
I will never watch another episode of Dragon Ball Z or none of that.
You don't need to.
Like, what? I don't want to.
You watch Sailor Moon, and you should know. Okay, you should know how hard Sailor Moon is.
First anime, y'all. Y'all might laugh.
Yo, the guy that made Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho is married to the woman that made Sailor Moon.
That's right.
And you know that he said if he ever gives up Hunter x Hunter, she's gonna be the one that lifts up the torch.
Hey, I know this all subject.
Hunter x Hunter is real. I got this.
I know this all subject, but Dragon Ball Z kind of was like. That was like a big growing point.
Bro,
it showed me how to like
don't give up.
Like to your enemy, like you can take your enemy and turn them into like this like a friend of some other kind of shit.
Your enemy could potentially be your friend, or your friend could be.
This is definitely some guy shit.
This is some anime. Let me say, anime is real. Since don't try to throw no shade.
I know a few girls that watch anime, but more guys than women that.
It's definitely more guys, but I would say
I just want to think. I was want to tell you,
bro.
Y'all should feel thankful for guys that watch anime.
When we were kids, we didn't all have TVs in our room. We only had a TV in the living room, and my mom had a TV in her room. And so me and my brother and sister had to share the TV. And we had to we took turns because it was fair, right? But I watched a lot of shit I did not particularly want to watch, like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z. It's more.
That Majin Buu saga. Everybody remember middle school. I could talk right now. Shout out to Marcus. Marcus, you know who you are. We sitting there right there in Dutchman Acres watching that Majin Buu. Who the hell is this motherfucker?
Yeah, like Majin Buu
came out slapping Goku in the face.
This shit on topic.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
This shit on topic. But Majin Buu was like, oh my god. Majin Buu was like the new dude in town. Like, you know what I'm saying? He come through. He
looking like a pink bubble gum. He ain't got nothing on this motherfucker.
Like he look like a baby. He fucking killing your friend.
Yeah.
The nigga farted and destroy your whole city. Anyway, let's get up.
So tell me more about Dylan. Okay. Outside of music, you know, what else who is Dylan outside of just being an artist?
Dylan is a proud father of two.
Amazing.
Shout out my kids. You know who you are. I can't say your name. Tim said so, but you know who you are. You know okay.
Go say your name.
Shout out Valerie, my princess. I love you. My Pisces twin. Malcolm, named after Mac Miller. Also an Aquarius. My little rebellious boy. You are amazing, and I love you, and I hope you grow up to be a better man than me.
He will.
For sure.
Be a phenomenal man because you're a great guy.
I'm trying.
That's real.
I'm trying.
I'm proud of you. I ain't gonna lie. That's touching. I got 2 kids. I feel everything he talking about.
Yeah. Yep. I got 4.
I know. Oh, 4.
You want to shout out your kids too?
Oh, every time I'm on here. Shout out to Sacred, Sincere, Righteous, and Egypt. Those are my 4 stars.
That man can sing. You hear me?
I could talk all night about my kids, but they're all talented. They're all funny. They are all different.
Oh, yeah.
And I have 2 fire signs and 2 air signs. It's like the perfect balance in my house, finally.
Harmony.
Because for a long time, Sincere was the only air sign in the house because I'm a fire sign as well. Okay. So it was like 3 fire signs and just him. He always felt like everybody was ganging up on him or everybody was mean because we're more forward and a little more aggressive, like you said, passive aggressive. Yeah. So now that my daughter's in the house, which is my only girl, my last child, she's an air sign and she's super emotional and bossy.
As they are.
She runs every single person in the house, and my son loves it, you know, because he relates to her emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Right. So they argue throughout the day, but like early mornings and late nights, they like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh my God. It's funny to see kids argue with the 1-year-old.
It is funny.
But we're not off of me. Because like I said, I talk about my kids all the time. I can't help it. That's like my whole life, like every day right now.
I mean, I'm smiling, y'all, because I'm just the fatherhood is gangster as fuck.
I love to see dads with their kids.
I mean, it makes you into the person that you're gonna be the rest of your life. I mean,
I could be having a tired day. I could work 13, 14 hours, come home, and I hear Hendrix say, "Daddy, Daddy." You know, I'm like, oh my God.
You melt.
Damn, I ain't got no kids.
Not yet. You better knock on wood.
Enjoy sleeping in,
please.
Bro. Please enjoy the sleep.
I'm on Call of Duty all night. Bro, you ain't see him running the building? The fuck, bro?
I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait till I get my son on watching that anime and reading manga. Like so y'all. Like,
Tim,
I can't wait.
What if your son doesn't like anime?
He's gonna like it.
He's gonna.
Let me tell you how I know.
Pokemon.
Start with Pokemon.
Start with Pokemon. There you go. See, both my kids love Pokemon.
It's an inevitability.
Please.
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Let me interject. I promise I'm gonna let you say once. I promise. My son' middle name has 2 middle names. And one of their middle names is D. And if you're One Piece, if you love One Piece, you just lost your fucking mind. If you know One Piece and you're like, he got a D in his middle name, you be like, oh my gosh. Anyway, go ahead.
I was gonna tell you, man, it's that's why I was trying to tell you about anime, like far as like on a situation like that level. It's like, Pokemon, like Dragon Ball Z. It was it's like really like
a staple though.
It's really like a
Dragon Ball Z, Naruto.
It shows you how to like
and Bleach.
Man, I don't know if it's just me.
One Piece and Death Note.
I don't know if it's just me, but it really shows you how to like interact with people. Like I might battle this person, and I might fucking tear they best Pokemon up, but then at the end of the day, I'm back like, hey man,
I'm gonna tell you right now,
everybody's cool. Yeah.
Naruto for me, when I had to read manga for the first time, I'm like, all right, I'm out of fucking episodes. This shit is too good.
Yeah.
Who is this character? The plot is dope as fuck. I gotta start reading. It forces you to read.
Yeah.
Naruto got a deeper.
It got deeper.
We're talking OG or we're talking Shippuden?
Shippuden, nigga, got real serious.
Okay, so
OG, yeah. But I started reading the manga. I was forced. Shit was going too long. Like I had to figure out who the hell was Toby.
Yeah.
I gotta read. This is too much. Like, you know what I mean? You know, so not Toby from Kuta Kente, the Roots, and different Toby.
I think it's more on a man level, though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for me, I started watching the OG Naruto right after I got.
I apologize. We're off a subject.
Oh no, but hey, I love talking about anime, and this actually ties into me because you were saying who was Dylan. Dylan is a man that has been through some shit, and when I was recovering from the car wreck I got in, which by the way, I mean I dislocated my hip, got a shiny new metal hip in here.
Damn.
I did. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
like I said, head-on collision.
That's a tough
When we
surgery
hit,
to get over.
It
heal
is.
through.
That
It
is.
is so hard. I still got the scar. The scar's crazy. It looks like I got torn up by a shark. Freaking. What was I saying? Fucking
Dylan.
After that, yeah, Dylan. Guy's been through shit. When I was recovering from that surgery, when
Wait,
I got
what was
home,
this?
This was a year ago. This was last summer.
Shit.
Last summer.
So you
Head-on
got in an
collision.
accident?
Almost died. Head-on collision, smashed. Windows are out. When FedEx trucks get smashed, the doors are locked when you're in drive.
Right,
you have to
right.
go into park in order to unlock them. I can't go into park.
Well, you
The
driving
gear
the old
shit's
school
gone,
FedEx
bro.
trucks with
I'm
the
talking
sliding
a
doors?
P1000.
Bro, with no airbags.
No airbags.
I got one thing.
Hold on,
That
how
is
fast you
so
was going?
scary.
I'm going 40.
And they
He's
were
going 80.
Bro.
I got one thing to say, man. Shout out my boy DJ Barbarian. He just got in a wreck. I just want to let y'all know
Hey.
this. But I do
And if
have
you
to
got
use the
in a wreck,
bathroom.
24 hours ago, y'all.
Using the bathroom, I feel you.
Shout out. Hey,
Pause.
send y'all prayers up for DJ Barbarian, man.
It's just a good song. So that's
feel you.
actually what I was listening to
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
pulled up. Yeah,
yeah.
because
Oh my
I'm
God,
like,
yeah.
I gotta get myself.
Oh, the
together.
bass was going crazy. You were just
You moved the head.
oh, straight up, bro. Oh yeah, she was in it.
I
She
knew
was in
she
it.
was. She always be
Uh-huh.
dancing now. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
hey, she be moving around now.
Yeah, and I got 4 kids that dance at the house as much as I do. So
Oh, that's
it's
great.
crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up. I'm proud of you, sis. She got the new whip, y'all. She doing that. I'm proud of you.
Don't tell the people. Cab back. Barbarian, cut that out. They don't need to know what I'm driving.
I
Don't
ain't
tell
say what
nobody
you-
I
I'm
gotta do
sorry.
nothing.
I'm sorry.
Them
Should
niggas,
they
I
know?
gotta do nothing.
Should they know?
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Nah, I'm
sorry.
just playing. I am
Hell
so.
no.
Hey.
I'm trying to be
Hell
humble,
no.
like how you were talking about the ego or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I want so bad to get on social media and be
I-
like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
bitch.
Uh-huh.
But it's only because nobody know my struggle.
Mhm.
Everybody knows that I'm a business owner and
Oh,
I
yeah.
got this going
I
on.
know a
and
little
I got
bit.
That
I
going
know
on,
enough
right?
that she need to be
Tim knows
braggadocious.
me. So
She need to be
I
braggadocious.
actually just went almost 2 years without a vehicle. And
That's a
that
struggle.
has been
To work as well, like you said, you've been working.
With
And to
kids
work without
now.
a ride
Yeah,
with
so
kids.
be
Oh my
brag-
god.
like we said earlier, shout out to my mom.
Yeah.
So me and my mom just shared a vehicle for almost 2 years.
Mm.
And then in January, which I helped her with,
Mhm.
of course.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I would
Shout
never
out-
take advantage of my mom.
She just got in an accident. I think I'm throwing
My
her-
mom total lost our vehicle in January.
your prayers.
And
Wasn't her fault.
it was not her fault. The axle broke. Luckily, she wasn't driving that fast. She was only doing about 40, but still total lost the car because she couldn't stop when the axle broke. The car wouldn't stop, and she ran into like a creek type thing up in
Yeah.
the woods and bushes and stuff, and total lost our car. And we were just really blessed because we had phenomenal insurance
There you
and
go.
just didn't owe that much on the vehicle, and so it just
You
really
go
worked
shout out
out.
the insurance? Nah, you got
Yeah.
they ain't gotta do that.
No, because I left them.
Yeah.
Hey, you know
I
who
left
you
them.
are.
I left them because they literally, I bought my vehicle before they even settled us on the car. Yeah, so I left my insurance carrier simply because I waited like 6-7 weeks for them to settle us out on the last car. But it's great because I went and just like I 2022 was pivotal for me as well.
Oh yeah.
So I finally got to a place where I can be like, yeah, bitch, here are my papers.
Uh-huh.
Approve me for this vehicle. This is what I want.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much how it went. Like I felt like I was on some boss shit.
yeah.
That's the first time I've
yeah.
ever been able to do that.
Okay.
Do it.
See?
Do
Yeah.
it. That's how you got to do
Yes.
it. Be on your boss
Yeah.
shit.
Brag.
Let
I
me tell
worked
you
hard
something.
Brag.
to get to this point. You know, I'd set myself down a lot and
Let me tell you
my
something.
pride and all of that.
I agree with you. Let me interject for just a few seconds.
Yeah,
I'm
take
an
it
alley-
off of me, please.
I'm just you gotta be braggadocious. I hate when
got
people
you.
say, "Oh, yeah, you could be humble. Don't let the ego over inflate you like Kanye West." Not knocking him,
Right.
But you gotta be braggadocious because nobody else is gonna advocate for you like you. It's you only. You know what the fuck you really been through.
Right.
If you don't brag, what was the point of struggling that whole
Yeah.
time?
Facts. You gotta
And to
brag.
anybody
That's my
that
point.
hates someone who brags, you're still going through
gotta-
the
It's
struggle.
because
And that's
they
okay.
some jealous
Because
ass
you will get
motherfuckers.
to the
I
point
don't-
where you can
yeah.
brag if you just
Facts.
stop wasting your time hating other people that have got to that point.
I had a it's my sister friend. Definitely not my friend. But she got mad. But why she call people queens and da 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 da? having self-affirmation is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
She gotta have if Brittany come on here and say, look, I'm doing boss shit, I'm being an entrepreneur, ain't nothing wrong with that affirmations, is it? If you have a problem with it, maybe it's because you want to be in her shoes and you jealous. Don't be jealous.
Don't be jealous.
But you know what's worse than jealousy?
She
Because
might
you can
not
be
be
jealous.
feeling like a queen.
What's worse than jealousy, y'all, is envy. Don't be envious. Because then when you envy, you like, damn, you at that point not just jealous, you want to be them. You willing to do anything to be them. And envy shit that cause the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You know what I mean?
And you know what I want to say about all that?
And you know who you are. You know what I'm talking about.
We can move off this, off of
but
it
you know
after.
what I'm talking about, though, right?
I know. Come on, Tim. You know I know everything.
My petty ass.
I'm the all-seeing, all-knowing. And that's not even on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the all-seeing, all-knowing. I know some bullshit when it comes across my path.
See, she know I just smelled that bullshit coming out that woman's mouth. Hating on sis. Your own friend, our best friend.
Yeah.
Well, your best friend, I'm capping, but you know.
Not at all. But
Isn't it always your best friend though?
It was not. He just always
Most
saying
times it is.
that.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Now I
Sometimes
have
it
been
is.
betrayed
A lot of
by
times it
best
is.
friend.
Yeah.
But that was not the case this
I hear
time.
you. I hear
This
you.
was just somebody that reached out to
Acquaintance.
me, and then I tried to help them, and then they in turn, we just weren't the same.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to say about that actually is I feel like all four of us can relate to this as the motherfuckers don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I am grateful for the people that have a conflict or have had a conflict in what I do, how I speak, how I choose to live my life, the decisions that I make. And because the reason that is because for a long time, I questioned myself every time people would have something to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't
But
like- I don't like
after
them
being
people.
in that cycle repeatedly, it just taught me to be confident in who I am and what I have going on, to the point that when people do say shit, it kind of excite me a little bit.
I hear
You
you.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
the Aries.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the flame.
Yeah, that
Let me
shit
interject, though.
drives
I
me.
feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I'm so proud of you, sis. I love to know that I got a friend, a comrade on the podcast who keep it real and is moving forward, and she got haters. I
Yeah.
like that.
I
I know
do.
that's the pettiness of me. You got haters. That means if
I'm
somebody,
proud of that.
if somebody mad at you, how the way you moving, then you moving right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm proud of
That's
that.
how I look at it.
She had
You
a
got a few haters. A person worked up
I
at a
got
job.
female haters,
Hey,
dudes
nah, hold
that
on.
be hating.
She had a few females on the podcast that did turn her into some hating shit though.
Oh no. And you know who you are.
Oh,
But
I
let's-
just want to say I got a lot of love for even those that don't like what we doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's-
and that's just what it is. I
And-
see people as traumatized individuals that don't
Exactly.
see confidence within themselves when they have a problem with
Oh, yeah.
mine. And I got a little empathy towards that. You know what I'm saying? But
I
in my
respect
mind,
that.
I'm not gonna dilute what I got going on.
And you
Because
shouldn't.
with,
And
you
you
gonna
shouldn't.
have
the only
to
reason why
watch
you
and
said
learn,
that,
you know?
because
Absolutely.
with power comes great responsibility.
Absolutely.
It should
Heavy
be
is the head
responsible.
that wears
Yeah.
the
That
crown.
wears the crown. That
So
shit
when I
heavy
say
as
king
hell.
and queen, like you gotta know
that shit heavy.
that I understand the significance behind it, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And when I say it to you, which I would, if we were talking one on one, more than likely I'd be like, "Peace, King,"
Yeah.
because I see the royalty within myself, so it allows me to reflect that to other people.
And if you
Absolutely.
can't reciprocate that just means you're on
And
that
if you
peasantry.
studied and you understand, you know, kings and queens and how they move, this is just what
If you
happens.
can't
yeah.
It's a part of it.
reciprocate
Yeah.
that, then you just a peasant. You only a peasant.
You a peasant. That's
How
it.
dare you speak to me?
Yeah.
I'm of noble blood. Now back to you. Back to
Period.
you. I'm sorry. We went off the topic.
and
a little
to
bit.
the peasants and to the haters, you don't have to be a peasant. You don't have to be a hater. That's the
No,
biggest
you
thing,
choose to
and that's exactly what the queen is saying. Is that when
Oh,
you
shit,
put
the
yourself
queen.
into that situation, that's when you can attain the crown. All right. If you're still struggling, then find out why you're still struggling.
I like how my
If
boy
you see
go
somebody
back
else,
to it.
see,
Hey, you see
and
how
if you
he's
see
talking to the
somebody
crowd?
else, if you see somebody else that's
My
been
man
crowned,
love y'all, man. Y'all better listen to this
don't
boy.
want their crown, bro. Figure out where your crown is.
But you know what,
Find
Dylan? You rebelled. You went against the grain.
Yeah.
You rebelled.
Mhm.
You fell. You stood back up. You fell.
That's right.
You stood back up and
Yeah.
you tried again and you persevered. I'm so proud of you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
You making music. It
Yeah.
sound good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You vibrating on good energy. I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you.
Thank you.
I have a lot of older acquaintances and friends, and you
Mhm.
know who you are.
Yeah.
Some of y'all say, "Oh, I'm going through it. There's some bullshit." Some might be still on the drugs. Some might be tricking around. Silly rabbits, tricks off of kids.
Hey.
Let me tell y'all something. Just make sure you just aim to be positive. Try. If that means you got to cut some people off to do it, then so be it. But what I'm getting at you, Dylan, is I'm so proud of you, bro. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
2 years, it was just, you looked so motherfucking depressed.
Yeah.
You look like you was going through a lot 2 years
that's
ago.
the
Deep
best.
depression.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna say it's the best when somebody depressed, but it's the
But to
best when
see
you
somebody-
get to witness.
See?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn,
The
a year.
healing.
Bro,
That's
I see
beautiful.
the difference.
Hey, I ain't gonna
I
lie.
see the difference.
I don't even know my man like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We met to like we might have met before,
Yeah.
but now that we here, and it's like I can see like my man has it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that make any sense, but he has.
Thank you.
He has something that he's been looking for, and he's striving for.
The last time Dylan was at my
himself.
house,
Yeah.
what I felt was he was loving and wanting something that wasn't reciprocated. He was in a relationship, the reciprocation was happening.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
Oh!
Okay.
Let's talk
okay.
about. Do you mind, Dylan?
I
Can we
don't-
talk about your love life?
See, okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind, but
I need a
feel
shot.
like I should be respectful.
Well, don't call.
We're
Don't
not
say no
going to say
names,
anything
but
disrespectful.
everybody-
Let's
and
talk
we're not
about
saying any names
your
either. Okay.
part in
My part.
everything,
Damn, I
right?
gotta
Okay.
give him a shot.
Hey.
Because you were married before,
Yes.
or are
Technically still married.
right?
Still going through a separation. Okay, so looking back on everything, sometimes people aren't meant to be together, but certain aspects of the relationship, maybe physical aspects of the relationship, were very good. And maybe that kept people together. All right?
I love
Inevitably.
it. Talk about it.
Inevitably.
Talk
If the
about it.
physical aspects of the relationship are good,
Are you saying, sir, what I think you saying?
We know what he's saying.
Good
You know what I'm saying.
Nobody, I'm
You know what I'm
taking
saying.
a shot. I knew I
You know
had
what
to
I'm
take
saying.
a shot.
you already know. So, but anyway, that does not make a good relationship. And when people are young and they got the hormones going through them and things seem to be good in one aspect, maybe you can kind of, in your head, make everything else seem good too, but it's not though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You still in your 20s, bro?
I'm
I ain't
26.
gonna lie.
I'm about to be 27.
Very wise
yeah.
beyond your
Okay,
age.
okay.
I ain't gonna lie,
Thank
Dylan.
you.
So,
Thank you.
and that's what I could tell. I felt what
Yeah.
you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, the alcohol
Yeah.
going down the esophagus too.
See.
But I felt what you just said. You literally said what I felt, what
Yeah.
I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me shit,
Mm-hmm.
but it was forced.
But you picked up on that.
Yeah, he's an
fuck.
energy reader, whether he accepts
It was
it or
forced.
not.
I don't.
He is. He is, for sure.
I,
For sure.
It was forced, bro. I could tell you was going
Yeah.
through some shit. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, my nigga's going through it.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason
sorry.
why
Mm-hmm.
is because you would say shit like, oh, you know, I gotta go. Me and my wife, we good. We didn't say nothing. You know, I gotta go to my wife. I love my wife.
Yeah.
It'd be some random shit out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
like,
And there was no reason to say
There's
it,
no
but I was
reason to
just
say it.
very
Trying to
like,
Convince
No,
yourself.
I
I definitely do. I for sure do.
It's
you know?
reflection.
Yeah.
You know, people
Mhm.
when they talk, they reflect unconsciously.
Yeah.
And so with the reflector that he was going, I'm like, this man going
Yeah.
through it. What the hell were they going
So-
on?
So do you,
Physically, the relationship was great, and then I think a lot of those relationships,
That's the fuck
you try to
this man
fix
say
it
physically.
with a baby.
Killing me.
You end up having a child,
Facts.
which I don't think was ever a mistake. And even if
Absolutely.
the relationship itself wasn't meant to happen, my kids were damn sure supposed to be born.
so the
Facts.
relationship had to have occurred,
Yes.
which was where I was getting to next. So do
Yes.
you actually feel like this relationship wasn't meant to happen, or do you think it
I
was?
feel like it was meant to happen, but it wasn't meant to last.
Got you.
See
I
what I'm
love
saying?
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I feel
And
like
I'm
a lot
married,
of the
and
world
that's kinda
could grasp
sad, but
that.
I like that.
But you know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, I mean,
It's
ultimately,
reality.
It's reality.
Yeah.
It's
people
reality.
people are written into your story, and sometimes they're not supposed to be at the end. You know,
So co-parenting now is
Co-parenting.
tedious.
and it
Seems
can be,
tedious.
and it can be. Our communication has gotten extremely better.
It better be.
Yes,
Yeah.
things ended sorely,
Mhm.
and it broke some bridges with other relationships that I had. And
That's fine.
you know,
If a bridge got broken, that just means it was meant to happen.
absolutely.
Don't always. A lot of people they break the bridge, get broken,
Mm.
they want to get rebuilt.
Nah,
I
sometimes
ain't
some
rebuilt.
bridges you're just not meant to go. You know, you're gonna have to take the long way
Oh,
around.
absolutely.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but our communication's gotten a lot better. It is tedious. I don't balancing work schedule and everything, and just finding the time to secure 3 days or 2 days in a row. I mean, I do it every week.
Oh, I know. I be seeing you
You
posting.
see, oh, dude,
my nigga
we're
be
at the
posting
park,
the chat. Hey,
we're at
yo,
Gravity, we're at Flip and Fly, we're going
I
down.
see
I
you,
mean,
bro.
we're throwing the ball around. We're rocking
Everything
out the
you're doing
house.
is this on point target.
We're making every second count. And you know, I get precious little time. I went from, like I said, I was home and I was recovering from the accident. I was home every day. I wasn't working. I was getting, you know, my insurance checks and everything. So I'm laid up and all I have is my kids. My ex-wife started working. And I was just home alone with them all day. It would be just my routine to wake up in the morning. They're there. We get breakfast together. We go outside. They play. I watch them play because I'm still on crutches. I can't really run around with them. You know what I mean? But I'm out there. I'm out there. Even on crutches, I'm out there. And I went from that every single day to now, you know, I only see him 2-3 days a week.
I don't think really anybody in my audience or my podcast members understand. So you had a broken hip, right? A fractured hip?
I had a dislocated hip, and I fractured my foot in 8 different spots.
Oh, okay. Okay.
From this head-on collision I was in last summer.
So that was even tedious on the recovery of that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The therapy of that. I mean, the like mentally to recover from that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you had to be
I
like,
mean, we hit. I can't open the door. All the windows are blown out. Thank God, because I was able to get my seatbelt off and climb out the driver's side window.
And that old ass type of FedEx truck with no airbags.
The
yes,
adrenaline
sir.
literally saved me. I crawled out that window. I land on my feet, and I realized, oh shit, I can't stand.
right,
I immediately fall down, and I literally like crawled to the grass.
Yeah.
His car's on fire. My vehicle's on fire, burning.
Yeah.
Luckily, there was a lady right behind him that stopped and was able to, like, basically Saving Private Ryan
got him
walk
out.
me over to her car.
Okay.
He was okay, and I can't get too much into the.
Of course.
He didn't have a license. It wasn't his car, and there was some things that were found in the car
Obviously.
that were indicative
You
of
going
that
80 miles
situation.
per hour in a what?
In a Chevy Excursion.
What was the speed limit?
The speed limit.
Oh, 40 and or 80 and I think it was like a 50. Because it was out in the middle of nowhere. We're talking out like near Ash.
Okay.
Ash. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I
Like,
know.
Backwoods. We're talking out there.
yeah.
Like
I'm
the
happy
end of the world's right here. You just keep on driving, bro. You keep on driving. About 20 minutes after the end of the world, you'll get there. You know
I
what
ain't gonna
I'm
lie,
saying?
bro. I'm just happy. I didn't know you went through all of that.
Yeah. So then after that, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I had 2 surgeries. I got to do ketamine for the first time, which is great.
Hey.
They gave me that so they could pop my hook back in.
That shit had you like numb as fuck.
Bro,
Yeah,
it was I
it's
have
sort of like a nerve blocker.
it's sort of like a nerve blocker, but it has hallucinogenic effects
Hallucinogenic.
in a
Yeah,
large
that
enough
part.
dose. I have a really high tolerance to medication, so they had to give me a really big dose, and it still didn't knock me out. I was completely like I was there. Still.
Yeah, my homeboy said like
out-of-body
somebody gave
experience.
him that shit
Like
in his
shrooms.
drink.
Sort of.
Like, imagine-
Let me explain it to you
Without
a little bit.
psilocybin.
Let me
Yeah,
explain
yeah.
it to you a little bit. So my homeboy said somebody gave it to him in his drink, right?
Mhm.
So he drank the drink and he couldn't move.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't move, but he knew everything that was happening. He knew what was happening.
It's in that pharmacology book. If y'all know.
Everything that was
I can't
happening,
get
he
stuff.
knew
Yeah.
about, but
No.
he
I
cannot
just want to know about
physically move
Yeah.
Me neither.
to react to the situation.
They gave it to me on an inhaler, and then all I remember is
no, that
sitting
means
back.
it's going
And
straight
keep
to
in
your
mind, this whole
bloodstream.
time, they've given me Dilaudid. They've given me other things. My pain tolerance is really high usually, but this is the worst pain I've ever been in my life. I'm talking. I was on a Dilaudid drip and still could feel everything.
Wow.
I'm cussing. I'm crying for like an hour.
Yeah.
I got to the hospital. I couldn't get into a room. They picked me up at 3:00 in the afternoon. I got to the hospital. They couldn't get me into a room until 8 p.m. So I'm in like a stretcher.
5
So you're in the
hours.
stretcher in the hallway with
broken hip
Dislocated.
and messing up, messed up foot.
Messed up foot, and I'm just crying. They gave me that, and then I laid back, and I had an out of body experience. I literally could see myself in the hospital,
Like from here.
like
Shut up!
literally.
I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure
that
that
my body was looking down on myself, right?
Why is that
All right.
funny?
I just want to make sure that I know
get
that.
wheeled
is.
out of that room in the hospital into another room, and then out of that room into another room, and then out of that room into another room, so on
Bro, I
and
ain't
so
gonna lie,
forth.
I'm happy you
For-
alive. First
dude,
of
me
all,
too.
you know,
Yeah.
you understand. But what my viewers may not understand is there's no airbags.
No,
this man got hit at 80 miles per hour.
That's major.
So
Like,
let's. I'm not good at math.
people die in those kind of accidents.
And
So
everybody said you're lucky to be alive.
Was
You're
you
lucky
doing
to be
the
alive.
impact, like full impact, head on?
I'm talking head on, complete.
So
like,
he doing 80, you doing how much? 45?
I'm doing 40, 45.
Okay,
And
so
it's
the
like,
initial
boom!
impact is, let's do
Literally-
math. 80 plus 45 is the impact.
Mhm.
That's a lot of inertia
That's
and energy,
100,
y'all. I'm not.
120.
25,
That's 125.
120, 125.
125 miles per
40,
hour impact. That's what
Yeah.
we talk about.
Mhm.
Of inertia and energy.
Mhm.
Too much kinetic
Just
energy.
smash.
Yo ass, let me tell you something. I'm happy you alive.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I'm-
your
I'm
bones
lucky to be
still go.
alive.
I mean, you know what I mean? You lucky to be, bro.
Absolutely. And not to even tie that into the music and be corny, but like,
Nah.
for a reason.
Let me tell you
for
something.
a reason, I'm alive. Whether it's, I need to keep on being a good father in my kids' life. I
Absolutely.
need to keep on positively impacting those around me in my day to day. I need to keep on,
You have a purpose.
I have a purpose.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And sometimes, it's weird and cliche to say that artists have to go through some trauma to make the dope music.
Hey, Kanye West.
However-
correct too.
Hey, facts. They beat some dope ass music.
Yes, he did.
Some people argue that Eminem was cool when he was fucked up and going through trauma. I
Yeah.
disagree. But
that recovery album.
that recovery at everybody's.
Oh, my
Yeah, a
like
lot of
that
people
about
don't like
quite a
that
few
new
people.
Eminem.
The new, you talking about the
no,
my bars are like COVID. Yeah.
You talking about the new Eminem?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people-
the new Eminem.
I still like new Eminem just
Yeah.
because of the wordsmith.
Yeah.
This guy at my
I mean,
job
I'm a
said,
writer.
Fabulous
He ain't
is
missed a
another
step
one that'll give
lyrically,
you
yeah.
some shit when he going through some shit.
this
Like,
guy at my
Fabulous,
job was
yeah.
like, yo, Eminem need to
Facts.
go back to doing drugs.
Yo, people killing me with that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that because I don't.
No, because the thing is that they have that same creativity and spark.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Either
Even
way.
when they're off drugs, the
Mm.
problem is that once they get off, they have a hard time being themselves, and that's really what the conflict is them
Absolutely.
coming in connection to who they really are. Because being on drugs puts you in a delusional state.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And we're not
So
talking
finding
about-
that balance coming off.
I agree with sis 1,000%.
Yeah.
Being on synthetics,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be specific.
If it ain't from the earth,
If it ain't from the earth, then
You
thou
don't need
shall
it.
not take
don't
it.
need it. I've done a lot of it, and then none of it's good. I'll be honest with you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Great Apes Cafe. I hope that you like, subscribe, share, leave a message. Where can we find new music at that's coming out?
So,
Both times.
Currently, I have not released anything officially. Everything is on my Instagram page, The Real Dill.
The real
Spell
deal.
The Real Dill.
The real deal.
The Real Dill. and on my Facebook page, which is Baby Dyll, there'll be links. Are we gonna put them somewhere over here?
Can you
gotta-
spell
Baby
them out
Dyll.
for us,
Spell it,
too?
yeah, spell it
Yeah,
out,
I know.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
spelled? Okay, so it's the Instagram is TheRyllDyll. The Real Dill.
The real deal.
Yeah,
Real
and
Dill,
then
Holyfield.
and then Baby Dyll is the Facebook page.
He was proud of that. Did you see him?
Yeah.
I saw that. I
Yeah.
saw the confidence boost.
That took a long time. Oh my, there was like 4 other names I
love
almost
it.
went with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but right now it's just on
Okay.
there. But I'm getting a distro kit set up. So we're going this summer. It's gonna be. Spotify.
I got
We're
DistroKid,
going Apple
bro.
Music. We're going. What's up now?
20, it's about like $20, $30 a
It's
year.
really not
It's
even
not
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
This okay. Pretty
But
cool.
distribution's coming, and by this summer, we'll definitely be locked in.
You got some shows? You already got spots where to perform at?
So we do have a spot to perform at. We have some shows in the works right now,
All right.
and they are coming as well. It's going to be at the CBT Multimedia Complex on 14th of Dawson.
Word. Remind me to give you
Okay.
somebody right
Yes,
now. You probably got to hit up my homeboy Bash too.
Yeah.
You got to hit up Bash at Juggler Gypsy, which is, I'm sorry, it's now called the Bars Are.
The
Bash,
bars are,
Don't get
and
mad.
I have
at
some
me.
plan. I have some plan there because Shino
Oh, Cheeto, yeah.
he frequents there.
He always.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He
Of
frequents
course.
there. So we got a bunch of stuff planned for that as well.
Oh yeah. He's
That's dope.
a nasty
Yeah.
producer. He been on point lately.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is Great Apes Cafe. I hope that you like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hopefully, Dylan, we get to see your music, hear your music, air hustle your music.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm ready for all of that. And
You'll
I'm
have to
so-
put me back on after we go platinum.
Oh
but never
shit!
too
He
late.
said, hey, even before
Yes, sir.
you could go silver. I don't care. You always welcome. But
I'll go bronze and come back. What you mean? Come on.
Hey, yeah.
You
always
write
welcome.
so much. Have you thought
Okay.
about writing a book?
I actually have, and I used to write books when I was a little kid. and I would write on Microsoft Word, and I had like 3 or 4
I
books,
felt that,
like full
yeah.
like novels and shit. I usually just write like fantasy, but yeah, I've thought about doing a biographical thing and maybe some self-help things along the way,
That's
things
dope.
I've learned from
Do it.
therapy and
Do
stuff.
I think you
so,
should.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
continue therapy. That I think everybody needs. I need
Yeah.
therapy.
absolutely. I need to get back into it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I might need you to help me with this Kevinism shit.
Yeah.
man, 'cause this
Kevinism.
shit-
That's right. That's that real shit.
I might need some help with the
Kick your shit
Kevinism
Kev's way.
Cause like I can't really explain. I don't really got definitions like that. I just got a bunch
Shit,
of
me
like,
neither.
I think
I just
I'm
got a
catching
bunch
the
of,
drift
like-
of what it is, and we're gonna be able to help you out with that. I
Yes.
got you.
Kevinism.
I got
You
you.
know what I'm
What's that mean?
saying?
We about
Like,
to- we
I
about
can
to-
explain some shit to the T,
Hey,
but it ain't to the TT.
It's not
hey,
how
if I can
the
work through,
regular person would
Yeah.
explain it. Right.
if I can work through this Dylanism, I think we can. I
Dylanism,
think we can work through it, bro. I think we got
Black
it.
Queenism.
I think we got it.
Hey, all these
Hey.
isms.
Okay.
Hey.
Ism.
Hey yo, ism, don't this seem like an important word when we add ism on
When
it?
you add that ism, that just means it's like association. in a sense.
Okay.
I don't know. Vapism, right?
We're doing something right now.
Alcoholism. Don't drink
Don't-
too much alcohol to
don't
have
do it.
to be falling in
Don't
that.
do. Please
that
drink responsibly.
Ism. Just
Drink
ism
responsibly.
in period.
Period.
Look up what the ism is. You know what I mean? This is Great Apes Cafe.
Absolutely.
Please like, subscribe, share. Sis look like she was about to say something. You got anything you left? You got to say?
Nah,
She got the mint on. She got the little green mint on. I got the outfit. Okay, sis.
Devil mint.
You know what?
Dumb dial.
You know what?
Okay.
I literally almost wore all black
I think she be killing me at the back.
because hairstylists can easily fall into that. Like when you go into my closet, it's scary. I probably got 3 or 4. No, I have like 5 or 6 different pair of black bottoms.
There is colorism.
You know what I'm saying? Like probably like 25 black tops. So it's hard to not pull black out of my stuff.
Right.
My closet's
Yeah,
about
so-
the same way. This is one of 3 non-black shirts I own.
Right.
Right,
And
right.
and I don't even mind airing myself out, but I literally went and purchased something not black because Tim is always calling me during the week talking
Oh my
about
God.
you know why you be picking up on shit like that, right? It's the all black you keep wearing. Sis,
Oh,
I'm gonna need you to try to like not wear all black all the time.
Okay.
So, because Tim always calling me during the week talking shit about my all black. No, so I decided that I will start trying to expand more color.
There you go. There you go.
And I just want Tim to know that I still have
There you go.
energetically picked up everything and every person at this table. It has not changed,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna just leave that right here.
And
Okay.
Tim need to stop wearing only graphic tees and jeans. He need to get a button up.
Hey,
You need
I
to
don't
get a
have- I only
polo.
own, interject. I only own 1 pair of jeans in my closet.
Okay.
Nothing but khakis.
Okay.
But I will say this though. For the outfit that sis talking about outfits, it's about the colors. It's not about the outfit. If you wear certain colors, it can influence the vibe of how
I hear
you
you.
feel.
I hear you.
That's
I
all
hear
I'm gonna say. Look it up.
Y'all gotta
Look
throw
it
some
up.
yellow in your wardrobe.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
love yellow.
crank that black
but
and
green
yellow.
is my favorite color.
I got
green is
10
calm.
on.
Green's
Yeah,
nice.
green
Yeah,
What's
is my
10?
favorite.
10. What is 10?
Tan is
10
like,
is neutral.
neutral.
Tan is
yeah.
neutral,
Yeah.
The lighter the color, the
Yeah.
more reflective it is.
Mhm.
So if you're wearing white, you're reflecting a lot of. And
Mhm.
if you're wearing black, you're absorbing too much energy.
Mm.
Hold on,
Look it
hold
up.
on. I got black and white on and 10.
Balance.
But you got some balance on it. But you're still kind of bright in a sense. You're not as
Yeah.
all
You
black.
got some like a
Orange.
peach orange kind of
Yeah.
color
Oh,
right
hold on,
there.
let me show
You
y'all
mixing
this
it up.
now.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey, there it is. There's the color. Let's
Be
go.
that boy. Be that boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Great Apes Cafe. I hope that you like, subscribe, share. Dylan, we can't wait till your music drop. We love you. Deuces. Don't let the door
Definitely.
hit you in your gluteus
Love y'all right
maximus.
back.
peace, y'all.
Mwah,
He ain't
au
leaving
revoir,
yet. He ain't
arrivederci.
leaving yet, man.
Namaste.
Well, he ain't leaving yet.
He
I gotta
woke
go
y'all.
leave,
He ain't
though.
leaving yet. He's
I gotta
still
go
here,
use the
man.
bathroom.
I want to share.
We about to turn him to a
That
grade 8. We
alcohol
about to
be
turn him
getting
to a
in my
grade
damn-
8.
Hey.